Good day and welcome to Chess Corner. In today's game, we have a game from FIDE Candidates 2024, and this is actually from round 4. In today's game, we're gonna look into the game from Grandmaster Ian Nepomniachtchi against Grandmaster Vidit. Well, let's get right into it. So in this game, we have e4 by Nepo, and then we have e5 by Vidit. We have knight to f3. Now we have knight c6, and now we have bishop d5. And now in this position, we have knight f6. So we have Berlin defense opening on the board. So are we going to put the Berlin into the test in this game? So here we have castle and now capture on e4. We have d4 now. And then we have knight d6. So threatening to capture the bishop. So bishop has to move. And in this position, you have several options. You can capture the knight. You can also capture the pawn on e5 as well as bishop to a4. So we have bishop takes c6. This is actually the main line. D takes c6. Now capture on e5, and then knight has to move on f5. And now in this position, there are several options. You can, of course, the main line would be capturing the queen. You can also go knight c3, even queen e2. But we have capture now on d8, and then capture on d8, knight c3, bishop d7, h3 rather, and then we have h6. We have g4 now, so threatening to capture the knight, so knight has to move to e7. We have knight h2 only, and now we have g5. We have f4 now, so putting pressure on this pawn on g5. We have recapture on g5. Now we have bishop takes f4, bishop e6 now, and now we have knight to e4. We have b6, and now we have knight to f3. We have c5 now, and now we have knight to f6. We have king c8, king g2, king b7, king g3. So trying to improve the position of both kings. We have a5 now, a3, and now we have a4. We have rook d1, so trying to control the only open file on the position. We have knight c6 now, c3. Probably the idea is just to prevent the knight from jumping here on d4. Now we have bishop to e7. We have knight to h4 now, so white is actually playing on the king side here in this position. Now we have h5, so trying to liquidize this connected pass pawns here. So we have g5, and now we have rook to e5. Probably the idea is to play a c4 at some point, to put pressure on this pawn on e5. But now we have rook to e1, so adding additional defender on the e5 pawn. Rook to b5 now was played. Now we have bishop to c1 only. Rook b3. As per computer evaluation, that's actually not the best continuation. Let's go back a bit. Here, the suggestion is to go c4. Probably is to put pressure already on this pawn on e5. Or rook b3 is also playable, or even rook a5. But anyway, we have rook b3. Now we have g6. So if you're gonna capture f takes d6, then knight takes d6 is actually playable in this position. You won't be able to play rook g8 because of the knight still. So here we have capture and capture on g6, so threatening to capture the rook as well as this bishop on e7. So the most logical move is to save the rook, of course. So we have rook to d8, capture on e7, knight takes e7 was played. Now we have capture on h5. Now we have a check, so king has to move, or you can actually blockade it. We have several options. You can go e3, you can go f3, but if you're gonna blockade it with e3, then it will be just simple capture. Bishop takes e3, and then rook takes b2 would be in favor for black. So here we have rook f3. We only have capture, recapture on f3. Now we have bishop to um, h3. So up to now, it's pretty equal, although it says here that it's slightly better for white, but still, it's pretty hard to basically convert this into a win. So we have e6 now, so we have a potential passer here on e6, and usually for a pass pawn, you don't want to neglect. You want to stop it as soon as possible. Wherein this knight on e7 is actually doing a great job. It's the perfect defense for a pass pawn. So here we have b5 now. So Vidit decided to basically counter on the queen side, maybe create his own passer. But now we have bishop to g5, knight d5 was played, and now we have e7. So it's about to promote now in this position. So the only move would be bishop d7, but now we have rook to d1, threatening to capture the knight. And in this position, the suggestion is you can go bishop e8, that's playable. Bishop c6 is also playable. But if bishop c6, there's always an option to maybe capture. Well, let's see here. So here we have king to um, c6 is actually a mistake. Well, let's see why it's a mistake. So we have king to e4 because of this tempo. So the knight is actually threatened twice, so you don't have an option. And the other problem that black is trying to solve is this passer. So here, in order to prevent the pawn from moving forward, um, he had to play bishop to e8, but now it's completely winning for white. So here we have rook takes d5, bishop takes h5 now. And if you're gonna take a look at this position, the rook on b3 is actually out of play. It's actually on the queen side, but the main problem that we have right now is this possible pass pawn. So here we have bishop to c1, an excellent move because this stops black from capturing b2, and right now the rook is not going anywhere. And the only defender for this pass pawn is this bishop. So the only goal for white is to basically promote this pawn, attack this bishop that's defending this passer. So here we have bishop g6 with a check, but now after king to e5, we have b4, but now we have king to f6. As you can see, giving this rook already, but after capture, recapture, and then in few moves after this king goes to f7, this will promote into a queen sooner or later. So we have bishop e8 trying to stop the pawn still, but now after rook to d8, there's actually no way for bishop to go. I mean, the next it will promote into a queen. So here we have capture only, but after capture, we only have capture. We have bishop d7 now. Now in this position, we only have king f7, and this is where Vidit actually resigned because the next move would be just simply capture and then promote into a queen. Well, that's actually our game for today. I hope you like it. So the Berlin was actually put into a test. However, there are a few inaccuracy by black in the game. I think the crucial move there is when he played king to c6. But overall, it's actually a good game. Well, thank you for watching Chess Corner, and please consider subscribing. You have a great day. I'll see you on the next one then. Bye bye.